All right, class, we are going to talk about writing expository essays today. First of all, expository essays mean that you have to give information, you have to expose information basically, right? Let me add a student here. Okay. Please avoid using any sort of annotation, right? So let's start. Let's suppose if you're given a topic is smoking. Now, this is a very broad topic, right? So when you have to write on this, you got to think about, different aspects around it. For example, you might think that, okay, I can write about causes. That means why people smoke, right? Why people smoke, okay, or reasons, right? The same thing. Let me add students. All right. So, or you can talk about or write about types of smoking, or you can write about effects of smoking. That may include drawbacks, that may include even some advantages, right? So, this means that you are basically using, oh, let me share the Bible. Yeah. Okay, that means you are using different patterns over here, right? Different patterns you're using, and you're not just talking about smoking, right? Or writing about smoking using one pattern. You're not arguing, you're not taking a stance, right? You're not supporting it, neither you are against it. You are just covering all aspects about it. Now, this is called expository essay, right? Or an expository essay, right? Okay, so here you need to learn that how it's different from an argumentative essay. If I have to argue, I have to take side. Either I'm for it or against it, right? So I cannot, hold both positive, negative opinions about it, right? So I have to, because I'm arguing. But if I have to, show the information, I want to inform people about smoking, I may be using different aspects, right? Or different patterns. I may write about cause and effect, the reasons, the type, the effects, drawbacks, advantages, maybe all of them or some of them. It depends on the word count. It depends on what really I want to write about, right? Or what information I want to share with my reader, right? So, expository essay is written using different patterns. For example, even I can, add one more pattern. I can write about smoking, uh, in teenagers or by teenagers, right? That means that I can even talk about trends in smoking. That's almost similar like types, or maybe trends. Smoking And women, I can, you know, right, talk about that, or I can even write about smoking and two genders, men and women, right? So this could be another aspect, another pattern, right? So first of all, you have to, like, whenever you have a topic, it's a very wide topic, so you have to narrow down, thinking about possible patterns or the patterns which you would like to include or use in your essay, right? Okay. Now, let me clear all of this and admit some students here first. Now, once you have decided what exactly you are going to write about on the topic smoking, for example, I decide that I'm going to include these patterns, drawbacks, and I'm also going to write about reasons. These two patterns I'm going to use to write about smoking. Now, what I've done, I have narrowed my topic. So my topic would be around drawbacks and reasons. So I've narrowed it down, right? Okay. Now, when I'm writing, on this topic, I've got to cover these two aspects. So I need to decide on the main idea of my essay, and that is called Theseus Statement. So I got to include these two ideas. So I can write this way: smoking has some drawbacks, and people smoke for many reasons. Now, if when you read this one, or anybody reads it, he or she may get the idea that the writer is going to write about drawbacks and he's going to present some reasons for smoking, right? So it's pretty clear. So this may be the first para of my essay, right? So this can be an introductory paragraph. But to make it interesting, I got to add a hook here so I could draw the reader's attention. And then it might, seem appropriate, or you could say that it may improve further, right? Okay, so let's see how it is done. There are different possible hooks. I'll discuss two of them. The first one is addressing the reader. The second one is vivid description. Now I'll show you how the first one is written. You might have heard about smoking. Today, I will share the topics or discuss. rather appropriate word, discuss about or discuss the drawbacks of smoking, and also explain why people smoke. Now, here we see that the writer is addressing the reader, right, or addressing readers. You might have heard about smoking. So this somehow draws readers' attention, and then comes the thesis statement that the writer is going to write about drawbacks of smoking and explain the reasons, right, why people smoke. So this is an introductory paragraph. So you got to write introductory paragraph using a hook plus thesis statement. And there are two types of hooks here. The first one I've shown you, addressing the reader. The second one is vivid description, which I'll definitely show you after this. Let me admit a student here. Okay, let me clear and show you another hook, and that is vivid description. All right. He had turned into a skeleton. I still remember he used to seek pleasure, or he used to relax himself rather by smoking. Today I will discuss the drawbacks smoking offers and why people smoke. Now, he had turned into a skeleton. I still remember that he used to relax himself by smoking. So you're giving a little description. Skeleton, it implies that he has lost his health, okay? And relax himself. He used to relax himself by smoking. Of course, clearly tells that people smoke to relax because probably they think that it offers, you know, this benefit, right? Okay, or this way they or this is the benefit they seek from smoking, right? Okay, so and then now this is a hook where you kind of he's trying to paint a picture, right? Okay, and then the writer is discussing what is his topic, that is the drawbacks of smoking, right? And the reason why people smoke, right? So you got to use a hook plus a thesis statement, right, in the introductory paragraph. right? Let me admit a student here. Hook means that you got to try to draw the reader's attention by writing something which catches, the reader's attention, right? He should, he should be drawn to your writing, right? He should start reading, right? It should create his interest, right? So that is called hook, and usually it's very short, right? And there are two types addressing the reader. For example, when you start reading and you read the first word is you, that is, you are being addressed. So of course you might get attracted, right? Okay, or you might feel like reading further, right? Same way, when you read and you start imagining things, right? Okay, before your eyes. Okay, so in that case also you are likely to read further, but it depends, right, how the hook has been created, how efficient the writer is. Of course it depends on that, right? So there are various ways. I have discussed just two ways today, right? The first one is addressing the reader, and the second one is giving the vivid description, right? All right, I hope you've understood this. Now I would like all of you to ask questions one by one.